Breaking tonight, are college sports in danger? New realignments in full swing. Is money what is motivating this? And is the Pac-12 done for good? Also, many are blaming third parties for the recent changes, but could the new president be the one to blame? A dynamic duo, Jimmy Johnson and Chad Knaus, together once again, this time in the Hall of Fame. But it wasn't in a unanimous vote. Maybe hard to hear, but the NFL season returns tonight as the Jets and Browns face off in the Hall of Fame game. But the big question, will we see Aaron Rodgers? Federal law enforcement agents executed a search warrant on WWE Executive Chair Vince McMahon last month. What we're learning tonight. Somalian sports minister apologizes for the slow 100-meter university games sprinter. The crazy story that is. U.S. women's national team captain Lindsey Horan dismisses Carly Lloyd's criticism. And the NFL may adopt an XFL rule.
From the Lakeview Production Studios, this is World News of Sports with Cameron Simpson.
Good evening and happy Friday Eve. We're following some news at college sports that has been breaking for the last few days. First, the realignment. On Tuesday morning, as the Pac-12 executives met virtually to finally, at long last, see details of the conference potential television deal. A streaming deal was presented, but the Pac-12 president and athletic director left the hour-long meeting with no agreement. Soon, another meeting is expected to be scheduled soon. While this is happening, the Big Ten are looking to add 4 more teams to its 16-team conference. The teams would include Oregon, Washington, California, and Stanford. These teams are all currently Pac-12 members. Of course, Colorado was added last week from the Pac-12, meaning with the uncertainty of the TV deal, schools in the Pac-12 need to risk it all or pack up and head somewhere new. The critics are calling on the TV networks, saying they have too much power. Sports Illustrated says the school's presidents, athletic directors, and conference commissioners all should be ashamed of their role in tearing the fabric of college sports. But they're too busy taking orders from TV partnerships and counting the resulting revenue. Not only is the Pac-12 in trouble, so is the ACC, which is FSU, by the way, end quote. And not only is the Pac-12 in trouble, so is the ACC, which is if FSU decides to leave, they could fall as well. Lots on the story, and we will follow it throughout the next few days. Let's move on to this. Out of NASCAR, Jimmy Johnson and Chad Knaus, known for lots of winning together, the driver and crew chief won 7 championships, tying a NASCAR record. And yesterday, they learned that they would be going into the NASCAR Hall of Fame together. I'm quoting here, "I was really hoping this opportunity would come about," Johnson said. And that's what he said about entering the Hall of Fame with Chad Knaus. Knaus said, "It's an honor to be here with Jimmy. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jimmy Johnson." Knaus and Johnson will represent the modern era, while the Pioneer ballot will go to Donnie Allison. Many fans and other drivers were praising Johnson and Knaus, but were upset that they were not a unanimous vote. Johnson was selected on 93% of the 57 modern era ballots that were cast. Knaus was on 81% of the modern era ballots. No one has ever got 100% of the vote, but this seemed like the time for many. Johnson said it doesn't matter, but Knaus said it was extremely baffling. Johnson and Knaus won a record 5 consecutive titles from 2006 to 2010. Johnson finished in the top 5 in points with 9 consecutive seasons with Knaus. Johnson scored 81 of 83 victories with Chad Knaus, who missed 2 wins while serving a NASCAR suspension for a rules violation. The NASCAR Hall of Fame induction ceremony will take place January 19th, 2024. I'm looking forward to that. Well, the NFL preseason will begin in just a few hours. and the NFL stars will look to make the team. The Jets versus the Browns is tonight in the NFL's Hall of Fame game. Many wondering, will we see Rodgers? This would be the first game he would play if he comes out with the Jets. Browns fans will look to see if their starter Deshaun Watson takes the field tonight. Both teams tonight looking to make a roster that could turn this year around from last year. In other NFL news, Tom Brady has become a minority owner of the British soccer team Birmingham City. According to the press release, Brady will become the chairman of a new advisory board in which will work in partnership with the club's board and be part of the team's leadership team. Birmingham City is an iconic club with so much history and passion, and to be part of the Blues is a real honor for me, Brady said in a press release. And that's great for Brady. The U.S. women's national team captain spoke out today about their critics, especially Carly Lloyd, saying, "I always want to defend my team and say, you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. You have no idea every single training, what we're doing, individually, collectively." That's what Horn said. She also said, "For anyone to question our mentality hurts a little bit. Of course." Okay. And quote there, Lloyd served as the U.S. women's national team captain and led the team to 2 gold medals and 2 World Cups. She now works with Fox Sports. Federal agents executed a search warrant on WWE's Vince McMahon. The company revealed today that there has been an investigation regarding sexual misconduct by McMahon and his secret payments of millions of dollars to keep his accusers from speaking out. While the company investigation concluded, the federal one is still ongoing. Somalia's sports minister publicly apologized Wednesday and ordered that chairwoman of the National Track and Field Federation be suspended after a seemingly untrained female sprinter represented the African country at the World University Games in China. It took more than 20 seconds to finish a 100-meter race. That official has since been suspended for nepotism. The runner finished 10 seconds behind the other racers in her qualifying race. Crazy. NFL and XFL seem to be rivals, but the NFL is considering adopting one of their rules in its effort to make kickoffs safer. In the XFL, kickers line up at the 30-yard line, with the other 10 players of the kickoff team lining up on the opponent's 35-yard line, just 5 yards away from the returning team. Only the kicker and returner can move until the ball is fielded and touchbacks are spotted at the 35-yard line. While in the NFL, kicking teams line up at the 35-yard line with 8 members of the returning team within 15 yards of them. Interesting, we'll see if they do that. And then finally tonight, we'd like to wish Tom Brady a happy 46th birthday. Teams across the league giving him great praise, including the Patriots and the Bucs. Have a great night.